Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking boats today, and in today's video, we are going to be removing the old steering wheel. It's about 25 plus years old, and installing a brand new steering wheel. Let's take a look. I've made my way to my parents and on board and coming to the steering wheel. This is the original from 1998, and unfortunately, it's just old. It's got some what looks like mildew spots on it, some scratches, some scuffs, as you see. And you can clean it, that is an option, or you can actually remove your steering wheel from the stud that it seats on in the very back, in between those seams and the lock ring or safety ring. And you can take your steering wheel to a fabrication or boat vinyl seat covering facility or company, and they can actually redo your entire steering wheel. What they'll do is carefully remove the old vinyl, as you see, and they'll install fresh new vinyl. So your steering wheel looks brand new if you want to stay with the original. In addition, down below in the comments and description will be a link on this mildew stain remover. And this is awesome. This is really the only product we use because it works great. However, we are going to replace the steering wheel. We are going to remove the center cap there, gain access to the inside. Camera now positioned looking directly at the center cap, and we need to ever so carefully remove that. And to do so, I have grabbed the finest of the fine flathead tip screwdrivers that we own, and I'm going to use them simultaneously together and carefully remove this cap. I'm going to come up to this part, and in the event that you are not replacing your steering wheel like we are, you want to do your best not to damage anything, and basically go along the entire seam all the way around the cap and see if there's any parts of the seam that are more open than other areas, and if there is, you can carefully insert your flathead screwdriver in that location. However, in our case, it's pretty flush all the way around, so what I'm going to do is come in and basically come in at the point and just kind of work it in. And now that that one's in, I'm going to bring the other one in. I'm going to turn the screwdriver that is already in clockwise and create a gap. And because I'm turning it clockwise, the gap will go to the right, and I can carefully insert this one. And from here, I will begin working around and peeling the cap out. There we go. And again, this is plastic. Do not break it. There we go. And at this point, I may be able to remove it by hand. However, not yet, and that's okay. Come down and basically clockwise. And again, the importance of going very slow and being very patient as you do this. You do not want to crack that. From there, it is loose. There it is. The back side, you can see 4 little tabs or prongs, and you can see 4 little indents around the steering wheel where those little tabs will line up when it comes time to resecure. And as you see, the first thing we notice is there's no nut on the actual steering wheel stud, and that's not normal, really, or in other words, uncommon. What we see is what you see. Those are zip ties. We are going to cut away those zip ties using this tool right here. Down below in the comments and description will be a link on where to purchase this, and do your absolute best not to damage the center stud. Now the second one. DIYers, this is a threaded insert, and again, there should be a nut on this threaded stud, but there's not. From here, you can ever so carefully grab either side of the steering wheel at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock position and begin wiggling it back and forth. And don't be aggressive, because the steering wheel and stud goes through this actual panel and inside where you have additional moving parts. The last thing you want to do is damage those internal parts and create an additional DIY project that could be 1, annoying, or 2, a nightmare. And no budge yet. I'll come to the 12 and 6, move it up and down, and nothing. What I'm going to do is grab some PB Blaster and spray inside there. And in addition, take a good look at the overall stud and the surrounding area to ensure that you do not have a key that is holding the steering wheel in place. The key will look like a little rod or rectangular shaped piece of aluminum or metal. However, from here again, time to go grab the PB Blaster. I'm back with you, and down below in the comments and description will be a link to PB Blaster, as you see right there. No need to get sloppy with this. Just spray inside the thread or inner seam, and this PB blaster will get to work eating away and breaking up any rust, corrosion, calcification, and more. Take a step back and let's take a closer view so far. Again, there is the thread, and in our case we have a small little washer we are going to carefully remove. As you see, I will set that aside. We are going to spray that as well. Coming in with the PB blaster. As you see there, clean that up. And as I rotate the steering wheel, you will notice the PB blaster inside that seam will basically fall. And once it dissipates a little bit, I'll continue turning it to the opposite side. And again, really allowing that PB blaster to work its way into that corrosion and rust. A special shout out to Anthony for hooking me up with this awesome puller. And the cool thing about this is, in our case, it is a must, and the jaws are very thin, as you see there. And the seam in between the steering wheel and safety ring is not large. So it will take this small puller. Down below in the comments and description will be a link on where to purchase this. Here it is removed from the packaging, and again, we require the very fine tip or thin jaws as shown there to fit into that seam. Puller is installed, and here's how I have it set up. I've got the long black threaded stud fed through the center housing, as you see, and the pin basically as dead center as I can on the inner stud of the steering wheel inside there, as you can see. And I have positioned each of the jaws inside the small seam, as you see, all the way around, and tightened our 10mm nuts, and I believe 8mm on the opposite side as far as the nuts. I'm going to slowly turn that clockwise. No need to rush this. Camera in position, and the threaded stud bolt is a 13mm in our case, and DIYers, do not rush this, go slow. And as you do this, just keep an eye on everything. Ensure that your jaws are properly seated at all times and you are evenly pulling the steering wheel off. You'll need to hold the steering wheel as well. To an update, it's been about 5 minutes turning the threaded stud clockwise, adding that pressure. However, the top jaw unfortunately popped off, and because of the size of this puller, I'm unable to get it back on. I don't want to damage anything, so I'm going to continue turning the stud clockwise and working with the two jaws. DIYers, we are back with you with an additional update. I sprayed PB Blaster inside there and took a 3-hour break. From here, I'm going to carefully clip away these zip ties because I think these zip ties alone are what's holding this center panel in place. And that will give me better access to position the puller. And there we go, that is removed. And again, we have much better access to get that puller back on and pull that steering wheel off. And I have grabbed the propane torch, as you see here. We are going to carefully apply heat. And as you do this, DIYers, just be careful. Don't overheat anything, meaning don't melt plastic in the surrounding area or heat anything that should not be heated. We're going to apply this heat for about 5 minutes and just carefully continue to seep it in that gap that the stud is and that little key, and hopefully get it to break free. Next, I reinstalled the puller. I will continue adding heat, and every minute or so, I will carefully turn that bolt and add additional pressure outward on that steering wheel. Taking a step back, DIYers, what I thought about next was actually removing all of those screws and removing the wheel itself. However, the hub of the wheel would still be connected to the actual shaft, and that would give me much better access and grip on the remaining portion of the steering wheel stuck to the shaft. And long story short, as I began to unscrew those, unfortunately they began to strip, so that is not an option. The last and final thing, again applying heat, which we just got off 5 minutes of heating, and I'm going to use 2 hammers to show you exactly what I'm going to do next. Coming in with this hammer and basically aligning it with the center shaft or stud and applying outward pressure down here, and I'm using this hammer to hammer and drive that force inward on that shaft as I pull outward on the handle of this hammer and hopefully shock it free. And believe it or not, it's working. We have removed the steering wheel, and compliments to the heat and the hammers. Here's the internal key right there, kind of like a half moon shape, and the back and inner side of it. And here's where the key goes, right in there. We are going to clean that up, sand it, and grease it before installing the brand new steering wheel. Here's the box, and inside is the brand new steering wheel. Brand new steering wheel removed from the box and packaging, and that's going to look good. From here back to the steering wheel shaft, and all I'm going to do is clean up and try to remove as much of that grime and corrosion and rust as I can. And did a little damage to the head of the stud. I may need to rethread this at the absolute worst. However, as far as the little half moon key, that will go inside right there. And we will shift the brand new steering wheel in place. However, we're going to keep that removed and clean that up. Next, I got a pick tool, and I am removing any and all rust inside where the key goes. I want this as clean as possible. Get all that out of there. See that? Making progress. The key slot is cleaned, and we are going to apply grease, no doubt, to this shaft prior to installing the brand new steering wheel. Next, I've also cleaned the key to my best ability, and we are going to ever so carefully install it and get it as straight as you can. And we are going to tap it down into the little slot, and just be careful. Coming up to a top view. Directing our attention to the brand new steering wheel, and as far as the orientation of how the wheel would be installed, it will look like this. And on the back side inside here, we have 2 slots for keys, and we will only use one. However, again, proper orientation before we install it. Next, I'll grab some grease, and down below in the comments and description will be a link on some grease, and all I'm going to do is lubricate this entire shaft. From here, I'll step out of the boat to the outboard and center the outboard to ensure when I put the wheel on, it is positioned and oriented as it needs to be. And I've got this positioned properly. Brand new steering wheel is properly pressed on, and coming up top, same gap all the way around. Basically turn your wheel and make sure that there is no difference in gap between the steering housing and the base of the wheel. Taking a step back, and one cool feature about this brand new wheel is I can carefully remove the wheel. See that? And the inner hub has a bunch of splines, and I can realign my steering wheel. To an update, in the meantime, before I actually go through with the entire retapping or threading that little shaft, I have Teflon taped the shaft, and I applied a pressure clamp or tension clamp, as you see, and you can see the little rings are locked on the inner side of the part of the shaft that is damaged, which basically locks it in place. And I added a brand new washer. Down below in the comments and description will be links to pressure clamps or tension clamps, as well as this. This is a 5/8. What you could do, worst case scenario, remove that tension clamp and install this over the thread. However, that's going to damage the thread internally or further down the shaft. DIYers, if you're still watching, one last thing, the finishing product or touch with the center cap